Welcome back, coin collectors and history buffs. You're tuned into Coins Capital, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change and explore the fascinating world of coin collecting. Today, we'll be taking a close look at the 1944 Lincoln Center, a coin with a rich history and some potentially big value. Could this be the lucky penny you've been holding onto? Let's dive in and find out. The 1944 Lincoln Center or wheat penny is one of the most common coins from the World War II era, but it holds some incredible secrets. Even though hundreds of millions of these coins were minted, some of them could be worth a lot more than you think, especially if you happen to find one of the rarest varieties. Today, we're going to explore the value, history, and some rare coins that could make your 1944 penny worth a small fortune. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1944 Lincoln Center was minted during World War II, a time when the United States was facing material shortages due to the war effort. Just a year earlier, in 1943, the U.S. Mint produced pennies made out of steel to conserve copper for wartime necessities. These steel cents became iconic, but they also created some confusion the following year when production returned to using copper. In 1944, the U.S. Mint resumed the use of copper, but with a twist. The copper used in these coins wasn't the typical copper alloy. Instead, the Mint used recycled brass shell casings from the war, which gave the 1944 penny its distinctive appearance and history. It's often referred to as the shell case. Over 1.4 billion of these pennies were produced across three mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But don't let that huge number fool you. Even though it's common, some 1944 pennies can be worth much more than one cent. First, let's break down the varieties. The 1944 penny comes in three main varieties, based on where they were minted: the 1944 Philadelphia, no mint mark, the 1944 D Denver, and the 1944 S San Francisco. The mint mark can be found just below the date. In circulated condition, these pennies are typically worth a few cents more than face value, between 5 and 10 cents. However, uncirculated coins, particularly those in high grades, can be worth significantly more. A 1944 penny in mint state MS65 condition, which is uncirculated and shows no signs of wear, can be worth anywhere from 5 to 10. Coins graded MS67 or higher, with a near-perfect surface and luster, can be worth up to 100 or more. The highest price ever paid for a 1944 S Lincoln cent in MS68 condition was over $8,000 at auction. So, if you happen to find a 1944 penny in pristine condition, it could be worth much more than its humble origins suggest. But that's not all. What really gets collectors excited are the rare varieties and errors associated with the 1944 Lincoln Center, some of which can make this penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about one of the holy grails of Lincoln cents, the rare 1944 steel penny. Remember those steel cents from 1943? Well, a few steel planchettes, those are the metal blanks used to strike coins, accidentally got left behind in the minting machines when production switched back to copper in 1944. As a result, a very small number of 1944 pennies were struck in steel instead of copper. These 1944 steel pennies are incredibly rare, and they can be worth a fortune. In fact, a 1944 steel penny in excellent condition has sold for over $100,000 at auction. So, if you ever come across a penny from 1944 that looks silver instead of copper, hold onto it. It could be one of the rarest coins out there. Be sure to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Another rare variety to look out for is the mint mark error. Some 1944 pennies minted in Denver have an S mint mark underneath the D mint mark. This is known as a D over S variety DS. Similarly, there are some 1944 pennies from San Francisco with an S over a D mint mark, called an S over D variety SD. These errors occurred when the mint reused dies from different mints, creating a double mint mark effect. These DS and SD error coins are highly sought after by collectors. Depending on the condition and clarity of the error, these pennies can sell for anywhere from $50 to several $100s. So, next time you're looking at a 1944 penny, be sure to inspect the mint mark carefully. You might just have an error coin worth big bucks. Now that you know the rare varieties to look for, how do you determine the value of your 1944 penny? Well, it all starts with the condition, or grade, of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Most 1944 pennies you find will likely be in circulated condition, meaning they show signs of wear and tear. These are generally worth between 5 and 10 cents. However, if you have an uncirculated 1944 penny, one that has never been used in transactions, it could be worth much more, especially in higher grades. An uncirculated 1944 penny in MS65 condition can be worth between 10 and 20. If you're lucky enough to own one in MS67 condition, you could be looking at 100 or more. And if your penny happens to be a rare variety or error coin, the value could skyrocket. If you believe your coin is in excellent condition or has a rare variety, it's worth considering getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can significantly increase the value of your coin and give you peace of mind when selling or auctioning it. So, is your 1944 penny worth a fortune? While most of these pennies are common and only worth a few cents, the rare varieties such as the 1944 steel penny, the DS and SD mint mark errors, and high-grade uncirculated examples can be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. If you think you have a rare 1944 penny, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Thanks for joining me today on Coins Capital. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and insights. And let me know in the comments what coin you'd like us to cover next. Until then, happy collecting.